from Holly, New York, and in front of the famous Jonathan Sperry House. This is Gavin MacLeod with Rich Cristiano coming to you.
Okay.
Sperry film is really, really good.
We're his skinny Italian bodyguard.
Well, this may take a little longer than I thought. Woo-wee!
Say hi to the camera.
My ankle hurts.
One more! One more!
We're all happy. We're happy people.
Mom!
Okay, it's the first day. Got our first day jitters. This is Jonathan Sperry House. Wanted to shoot outside. Had a much easier day planned for the day, but it's going to rain. So we had to go inside to shoot this scene when Jonathan Sperry first meets Albert and Mark, the lemonade scene as we call it.
I love it already.
Action.
Would you like some more, Albert?
Oh, sure.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes, it's very good.
Mark,
Yes, sir.
I made it myself, you know.
Not the easiest scene to start with, first day of shooting when you've got your crew just up and running for the first time, but we have to do it. There's no other choice. There's 10 setups today. May not sound like a lot, but it'll take all day to shoot it. A lot of shots, close-ups, tight space. Not the easiest first day for the crew. You know, you like to build momentum with the crew, get them up and running, but we gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay, quiet please.
I will say this, as I go into this movie, obviously I'm anxious. We're shooting in upstate New York where I grew up. It's a beautiful location up here. The weather is a real issue, so the crew and the cast has to be flexible. If it rains, we gotta go inside, and when we get good weather, we shoot outside. So I'm hoping today will go smooth. And I really like my cast though. I think these three kids, Jansen, Alan, and Frankie, playing Dustin, Mark, and Albert, are gonna be excellent. And I think the audience really like him. I think obviously Gavin MacLeod is Jonathan Sperry. We got Robert Guillaume coming in later. So hopefully this movie's gonna work. You never know till you put it together. I guess we'll shoot it and we'll see what happens. But I'm fairly confident of the story. I'm very confident of my cast. And hopefully this movie's gonna turn out. We'll see. Okay, cut it. I got the idea for the movie The Secrets of Jonathan Sperry back in the early 90s. I had the idea kicking around in my mind for like 10 years. I remember when I sat down to write this, all I had were scenes. Remember, like, for example, I had the scene where the bully goes in and talks to Jonathan.
So Dustin, who's the old timer?
So I wrote that scene. I had the cemetery scene in my mind where Jonathan takes the kids to the graveyard. I wrote that scene. I knew how the movie was going to end, where Dustin was going to take the kids back to the graveyard. I wrote that scene. I remember I wrote 32 pages, and that's all I had. And I sent it to my brother Dave.
He brought me in, I came on board and just tried to work on a second storyline. And so we came up with the idea where one of the boys had like a crush on a girl.
Hey, Dustin. Hi, Tanya.
So I was trying to think of an idea where the audience knew something that happened, but the boy didn't. And so we had the idea where this little boy is going to write a note to this girl, and by mistake, the note's going to get thrown away, and the girl never gets the note, but the boy doesn't know it.
I had written you a note, and I'm here to get my answer.
Your answer?
Yeah, to the question I had written you on the note.
What note?
So he's wondering why she doesn't respond to the note. And so when you kind of come up with an idea, you just, try to write it out and then just carry it through.
And he sent me back the first 16 pages of the script. So now we had 48 pages. But because he put that Tanya storyline in there, I was able to finish the first draft. And my brother and I probably spent maybe 2 years kicking this draft back and forth, spending, you might work on it for a month, for a little bit, and then take 2 months off and work on it again.
He'll write something, send it to me. I'll look at his comments, edit, try to write something, send it back to him. And he lives in California, I live in North Carolina, so we just send it back through email.
I remember the hardest thing for us to come up with was what we called the Tanya payoff. We had all these storylines that we resolved, but we didn't have the one resolved with Tanya.
It took a while to come up with how to figure out how to do it, but in time we came up with something and hopefully it worked. I thought it worked.
And then we finally got the idea that when Dustin is going to come and give her that note, that I think we take the audience by surprise. We pull a little switcheroo where the audience thinks Dustin's going to ask her out and embarrass himself, and really he says, hey, you know, I want to tell you something important's happened in my life, which obviously is hopefully a good moment in the movie and really resolves that story.
But it's just working the scripts. We both think alike, think the same. So I think we work for each other's story editors.
I couldn't have done this script without my brother, though. Very valuable, and he really had some terrific thoughts, and thankfully the script came together. Brother Dave. I love our cast, love them. First, let's start with Gavin. We wrote the movie for him. We knew we wanted him to play Sperry. I can't imagine anybody else playing Sperry. Gavin, first of all, loves the Lord. The movie means something to him, and I thought he was terrific.
Well, Jonathan Sperry is, you might just say, a kindly old man, but he wasn't always old, and he wasn't always kindly. And when he came to the Lord, his entire being changed. All of a sudden, he was seeing the world with new eyes. Jesus was his Lord and Savior, and the Bible was everything in his life.
You know, many men have attacked this book in order to keep people from reading it. You see, I'm almost glad that this incident occurred today, because it will not be easy for you to follow the Lord. And there will be many trying times ahead as you live your lives. But remember, the Lord is always with you.
It was always a thrill to work with Gavin. He's very easy to deal with. Gavin and I, about a month before we started, I went over to his house and went through the entire script just to make our final changes. Gavin had a few suggestions which were excellent, and we put those in there, and just working with him is a joy.
Brilliant director.
All the acting needs to be good, but the key to this film is really Dustin, played by Jansen Panettiere.
I play the character Dustin, and it's basically, well, I'm basically more the main character. It's told through my eyes. And my two best buddies are Mark and Albert. I think I'm gonna ask Tanya out on a date. I'm thinking about it. You ever asked a girl out before? No.
Dustin has to be somebody that the audience feels for, they're endeared to, and I really enjoyed working with Jansen. I'm telling you, this kid is so talented. I probably said 50 words to him the whole movie. Very few times did I have to say anything to him. He was just spot on with his character and his deliveries, and he was super. This is Albert forever. I don't care what else he plays. To me, he's Albert. You know, the biggest surprise in this movie to me has been Albert. Frankie Ryan Manriquez. As we show this movie to audiences, everybody loves Albert.
Albert is a character that sometimes says things without thinking about it.
We're just here waiting for Dustin.
He's on his way to talk to you, Tanya.
Talk to me?
Yeah, he's gonna ask you out. And then he thinks about it and he's like, oh crud, like he's not supposed to just say that, but he just like says it and then he's like, why did I just say that?
The comedy relief in this movie, we thought Albert was a good character. We were hoping to get some laughs from him, but I've really been surprised as I watched the movie with audiences. They just love Albert, and what a great kid. A joy to work with, knew his lines, very professional, really delivered on set.
I am the best friend, I think is the word. You're the smart one. Okay.
Alan Isaacson, who played Mark, this was his first movie. And I think he's a perfect complement to those two guys that kind of play the brainy character, but he wasn't as experienced on set. And so he had to learn how to operate on set. It's not easy if you've never done it before, but I think he comes through beautifully.
My character's like, he's very down to earth, and he's smart and realistic. And he helps his friends out a lot. But he also does like to joke around sometimes.
Getting a little nervous.
Why? She's just a girl.
You're too young to understand.
What do you mean? I'm just as old as you are.
Yeah, but not in your brain.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like I said, you're too young to understand.
Cut it out, guys.
And he did a great job for us, and he was very interesting to work with him. That kid's going to be like a scientist or a doctor when he grows up. He's a brilliant kid.
I'll take this one.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hi, Nick.
Nick was the hardest role to cast. And I really appreciate Taylor. Taylor did a great job for us. And it's funny, Taylor, they all had to cut their hair. And Taylor Boggan did not want to cut his hair. And I remember when he flew in the first day, his hair was still too long. And we had to make him cut it. And he was not a happy camper about it. And it just so happens the very first shot I shot with him was when he walks away from Sperry after talking to Jonathan Sperry, and he's troubled in his mind. And that was the perfect scene to shoot, because Nick was not happy that we cut his hair. And I think the scene plays good because he's kind of frustrated about that, and it comes through on screen.
Most people might think in the beginning of the movie that he's, your typical bully, but there's something behind it. His father passed away when he was young, so this kid tries to put on like a hard exterior, acts tough just to like cover it up.
Sorry for the way I am. Sorry for the way I treated Mr. Sperry. And for picking on those kids at school.
But I liked working with Taylor. Taylor, he listened to me, and he did a great job for me.
Hi, I'm Bailey Garno.
Good for Tanya?
Oh, I'm reading for Tanya.
And you're 5'1".
And I'm 5'1".
And we love Tanya. She's cute as a button, and we cast her locally in Rochester. All of LA, we searched for a Tanya, and we couldn't really find a girl that I was happy with. We go to Rochester, New York, and like the first girl that walks in and read is Bailey Garno, and Chad Gunderson and myself. It takes us about 10 seconds to decide this girl is perfect, and I thought she did a great job.
Let me see that note.
Hey, give me that. It's my note.
But I want to see it.
He wrote it to me.
Let me see what it says.
I'm gonna read it first.
Come on. Let me see what it says.
Okay, all right, I'll read it to you.
We love Dustin's mom, played by Mary Jean Bentley.
I played Mrs. Sharp, and she is a single mom. She lost her husband a while ago, and she works hard, and she has a little 13-year-old son whom she loves dearly, and still tries to instill the family values by having dinner on the table every night.
Dustin, please try to eat something. You'll feel better.
No, I won't.
I know this has been hard for you the past few days, but you need to start moving forward again with your life.
And we were looking at 3 different actresses, and when she came in to read, Gavin just happened to be there. So he came in to watch the read. I remember she's reading the part where she's talking to Dustin, telling him about Mr. Barnes, and she's crying. And I look over, and Gavin's crying, watching her do it. And she was terrific. Very professional, very easy to work with, and we just loved her. She became a good friend, and I'm proud of MJ. She really delivers.
You know Jesus, don't you, Mr. Barnes?
What kind of a question is that?
I loved working with Robert Guillaume. I thought he was perfect for the role of Mr. Barnes. He was my first choice.
Turn that thing off.
Oh, don't worry, it won't take me long. I'll do a good job.
And I want you to tell me once and for all who put you up to this.
We needed somebody that could play Grumpy. And, sadly, Robert had a stroke back in 1999, and, he used that to even make the part more powerful.
I see him, feel him as a black man from the South in the 40s. He's got a set of old-fashioned values and an attitude of respect and dignity at the same time. And I can't let you mow my lawn anymore unless you let me pay you. Are we in agreement?
You don't have to, Mr. Barnes.
Are we in agreement? I feel a great warmth and depth in this character.
The last scene when Mr. Barnes comes over to see Dustin, Robert is a pretty emotional guy. And he had trouble doing that scene because it got to him. It got to him as he was delivering those lines, and lots of times he would kind of even break down.
I know you're feeling sad about Mr. Sperry, we all are. If there was ever a Christian man in this town, it was Johnson Sperry.
What a powerful line, what a powerful moment that we captured there on film.
I just fell apart. I didn't want to, but I had to reach down so deeply to contact the very simple emotions that were in the script. I was surprised by it all, but grateful.
He cared about the character. He wanted it to be good, and I think we captured some good emotion in that last scene, and it's terrific. And it was just a thrill to work with him. He enjoyed doing the movie. We worked with him 3 days, and I love Robert. He's great. Second day with Robert Guillaume. Nice guy, funny guy. Fun working with him. When people watch this film, it looks very simple on screen. It was very difficult to shoot. I'll tell you why. The biggest problem we had was the weather. The weather was all over the map. Trying to shoot a summer movie, we started shooting late in upstate New York, started shooting at the end of August. I stayed away from July because I thought it'd be too hot. And rain every other day it felt like, and a lot of cloud cover. When you start shooting a scene outside with outside sun, like let's say you're going to shoot a close-up of one of the kids and there's sun in the background, well, when the cloud cover comes over, it knocks the sun out. Literally, there were times where we stood there for 15 or 20 minutes waiting for a cloud to clear out. And it's simple shoot, just smooth sailing all the way through.
Smooth sailing. The weather was great.
Also, 40% of this movie was shot outside, and you're dealing with lawnmowers and dogs barking and kids crying. We've got ADs running all over the place to try to keep people quiet. We're very excited about this film as the truck goes by.
We know that when we come into these elements, whether it be weather, whether it be noise 5 blocks away that we can't control.
Always a challenge shooting outside with the noise. Like right now we're waiting for a truck over here to stop and move away. So delays. Did I say we shot a movie with kids, by the way?
Folks around here call me W.
They always say never work with animals or children. I always wondered why they said that. Now I know.
I do all my own stunts.
He can't help
All of them. I skateboard, I snowboard.
He's mentally challenged. He can't help it.
First of all, I love these kids. They'll be special to me for the rest of my life. But when it comes time to shoot, kind of tough to corral them to get it set up. And the boys love being in the makeup chair. They love talking to the makeup girl.
Put the camera on Gina. Gina is the best makeup in it. We all love Put the camera on Gina.
And these guys are full of energy. I mean, they're just going back and forth, left and right. So that was always a challenge, just to simmer everybody down so that we could shoot the scenes. You know, people don't realize little things that come up when you're shooting a movie. We had an issue with bees.
Bees are everywhere. Our set nurse, Melinda, got stung by one of the bees.
Bees coming on set, you know, our food we were trying to eat, but just getting in scenes.
Bees have been a terrible problem. I mean, all over the place. You know, in the director's eye, you know, like when he's trying to watch the monitor, like me right now, and it's just wild. They're everywhere.
That was an issue. We had to deal with it. It sprays and all sorts of things.
And there's a bee.
Just, you never know what you're going to get, especially when you're shooting outside. These are some of the problems you encounter.
What a piece of meat.
So it was an experience, and always every day in shooting this movie, I'm feeling pressure because Philip Hearn and myself, the DP, we need to make the day, as they say. And what that is, let's say we're going to go shoot a scene on the bridge. Well, we might shoot 2 scenes on the first day, and it might have 8 shots. You want to make sure you get all 8 shots done that day. The last thing you want to do is have to come back the next day and finish shooting like the last shot and then move the company to a different location. You want to always try to shoot out the locations when you can and make the days. And that's the pressure we feel in shooting a movie. Okay, here we go, everybody. And I didn't think the shooting schedule was that hard, but it seemed like every day we were shooting, it was getting tougher and tougher to make the days. Okay, cut it. That was good. One more, Phil. One more.
Cutting, going again.
Good.
I want to tell you, the Holy Spirit is all over this company. I just thank God for getting us through every day.
Got bogeys underneath.
Bogeys?
People that aren't supposed to be there. So you put that all together, and the Sperry movie, although a labor of love, was a very difficult shoot. Okay, cut it.
I want to thank Rich for writing this part and allowing me to really use whatever gifts God has given me to make this man live.
Well, when I wrote this movie, you were always Jonathan Sperry, so it's a dream for me to have you play it.
Thanks,
so,
Rich. God
love you,
bless
brother.
you. You too.
Oh, Rich. What to say about Rich?
Give us a Rich impression real quick. Here's Rich.
Guys, Phil, would you just let me do it, Phil?
No, I never said that. Phil. All right, guys, here we go. So misleading. I just go like that.
Rich is he's an amazing guy. I mean, he's got such a very specific vision. His vision is very spot on, and he knows when he's got it, and we can move on and we can continue on with our day. But until we get what he wants, and that is encouraging about a director.
Okay, cut it for a second, but stay there, Robert. Stay there.
It's been wonderful working with Rich. He wrote the script also, and the scenes that I'm in are deceptively deep, and his desire to see these things come to life were a revelation and interesting.
Okay, cut it. Roll him again.
When I first read the script, I realized, wow, He's not only a talented writer, but when I got to work with him, what a fabulous director. He just has a way of putting an actor at ease, and he allows the actor to just give what they have.
Okay, cut it.
Cutting.
Sorry about that, MJ. Very nice.
During the course of
Check the
very
gate.
emotional-
Rich, he is such a great guy. He doesn't do this. A lot of people do this for the money, but he does it for a little more.
He's put his heart into this film. He's very focused, and he's really working to make it the best it can be.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
He helped me a lot with my lines. He helped me get into my character. And whenever I was having issues like remembering what I was supposed to say or how I was supposed to act, he was there and he was helping me out. So I really appreciated him being there for me.
Day 10. Nick's first shot.
Rich, he's a great director.
Action!
I think we can relate to each other a lot because we're both Christians. He can, I think, relate to me really good when we're filming.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Come on now, say hi to the camera.
Hi. We both just have something good about each other, and he's really nice, and I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite directors I've ever worked with, for sure, yeah.
Just reslate. Let's pick up from right there. Don't move.
He's got a hat. Let me tell you about the hat.
Here's the camera.
Again, I would love to work with Rich again. And I want to thank him for such a wonderful opportunity. It was a real blessing.
Chad Gunderson's another guy that worked hard on this movie. He co-produced the movie with me, and we flew up to upstate New York a couple months before we started, and we found all the locations.
Rich and I came up here midsummer or so, started scouting locations up here in the Rochester area, and he always wanted to shoot a film back here in his home state, his home area. So Rochester is where we ended up.
Right now it's August 25th, 2007. And that's Chad behind me. He's the producer. He's been with me from the start here.
He's a phenomenal person, and not only is he a great producer, but just a great Christian man. He sets an example for all of us to look up to.
And by the way,
I think
really,
the best actor in this movie
the pizza guy
is the pizza guy. Action.
Spot on.
Any spot.
Spot on. I don't know why we did so many takes.
Okay.
Back to one.
Reset.
Back to one.
Position one. Here we go. Wasn't you. Those kids.
Those kids. Those darn kids.
Flies.
Flies.
Noise.
Noise.
And ready, Phil?
Action.
Hopefully we can work together again. You know, hopefully many, many more films to come.
Can you believe we put our whole movie on this little kid? If I do another movie, Chad will be the guy that I'll approach first to produce. If we can hit this scene,
This is it.
this really helps.
This will be a big day.
This is a big day. So
And of course the cameraman here, Mr. DP Phil,
there's Philip.
our man, as he towers over both of us.
Philip Hearn, who's the DP cameraman who's done all three of the films that I've done, is just a rock for me on set because he's just as concerned as I am to get, you know, good performances and to make sure we finish our days. And Phil just does a tremendous job. I want to do every film with Phil, and the look of this movie, I mean, the lighting and just the camera work, I think is excellent.
It's photographed in upstate New York, and the locations are just absolutely gorgeous, just beautiful. Our biggest problem was weather. We got here a little late.
It's about 55 degrees. It's supposed to look like summer. It should.
It's a summer story, and everything just has to be sunny, has to be in the sun.
We have said lots of prayers for the sun to come out, and apparently the Lord is answering our prayers.
So we spent a lot of time waiting on clouds, but it was worth it. The film is going to look really beautiful.
A lot of independent films, you know, their scope is very, very small, and you don't get a lot of these bigger shots of streets and downtown areas and stuff like that. And we definitely had a big undertaking in getting a lot of those shots, but I think in the end they really, really look good.
One of my most favorite shots is Mr. Barnes observing Mr. Sperry's funeral. And we got there real early in the morning. We had no lights, basically had to use mirrors.